I mean, this guy really impressed everybody last year during the OTAs and the training camp. Like everybody from like the coaching staff all the way to the fans. But he really won the support and the respect from the flock during. What is going on, Ravens flock? My name is Drastic and welcome back to another video on our YouTube channel, Flock and Ravens. And on today's video, my whole purpose is to get you guys to look at the whole DeAndre Hopkins to the Baltimore Ravens situation from a different perspective. And with that being said, allow me to take you on a trip down memory lane. Think back to your early childhood years. You're in the car with your parents on your way home from school. And along the way, you spot a fast food restaurant like a McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Pizza Hut, whatever, right? And you decide to ask your parent if you can stop at this fast food restaurant to get a Happy Meal or a pizza or whatever, right? Every time, or if not every time, the majority of the time, your parent is going to say, there is food at home. Yes or no? Well, I'm here to remind you guys that there is already food at home. There is no need to buy fast food because there is already food at home. Some of you guys may have already realized that I'm talking about some of these Ravens fans wanting to bring in DeAndre Hopkins to the Baltimore Ravens when we already have our own version of DeAndre Hopkins at home. And for the millions of people who do not know what player I'm talking about Shamar Bridges. Shamar Bridges is a undrafted player that the Baltimore Ravens acquired last year after the draft. I mean, this guy really impressed everybody last year during the OTAs and the training camp. Like everybody from like the coaching staff all the way to the fans. But he really won the support and the respect from the flock during the preseason games. I mean, leading up to the preseason games, all you heard was Shamar Bridges this, Shamar Bridges that. And when we finally got to see Shamar Bridges on that field, everybody was sold on Shamar Bridges. Everybody. But unfortunately, Shamar Bridges was faced with a major injury that required surgery. And that took him out for the remainder of the season. But even with that unfortunate injury, the Baltimore Ravens were sold on Shamar Bridges by reverting him to the injury reserve after waiving him from the team. And then on November 30th of 2022, the Baltimore Ravens re-signed Shamar Bridges back to the practice squad, where he still remains till this day. So we're getting close from it being 1 year from when Shamar Bridges got injured. And I don't think Shamar Bridges is 100% quite yet, because we haven't heard anything of Shamar Bridges balling out in practice. Because if Shamar Bridges is not in practice, it's most likely because he is still rehabbing from his injury, right? Otherwise, you would see Shamar Bridges out on the field. You would be hearing about how much he's balling out on that field, how much he's impressing the coaching staff, and even Lamar Jackson will be talking about him nonstop. But we're not seeing him on the field. So that just means that he's not fully healthy just yet. But I don't believe that he has a long way to go either. I think he's close because I asked our friend Jeff Zebrick about this in a tweet. And he tweeted us back saying, he hasn't been practicing in the few times I've been out there. He's been watching practice, which I assume means he's recovering from injury. I can't wait for him to return because I truly feel that Shamar Bridges can give us a similar advantage that a DeAndre Hopkins would give us on the field. Now let's take a look at the frame on these two players. Now these two players, they both have a big frame on them, right? But with that frame, they have a solid speed. I'm not saying they have the speed of Tyreek Hill, Marquise Brown. I'm not saying that. But they do have a solid speed on them. Now, DeAndre Hopkins ran the 40-yard dash at 4.57 seconds, and Shamar Bridges ran it at 4.66 seconds. Now, let's go back to their frames. DeAndre Hopkins measures at 6'1", and he weighs 212. Now, Shamar Bridges, he measures at 6'4", and he weighs 207. Now, the frame on both of these players is very similar, and that's a big plus, right? But in my opinion, I prefer Shamar Bridges' frame because when you have to climb up the ladder to get the ball, every inch counts. Every inch will help you catch the ball. have a better chance of coming down with the ball. Every inch matters. Now, obviously, his frame means nothing if he does not have the right skills to complement his frame. DeAndre Hopkins is the perfect example of just that. He has the frame, but he also has the right skills to complement his frame. Let me just name a couple of those skills that he carries. First and foremost, his exceptional hands and his catch radius sets him apart from other wide receivers. DeAndre Hopkins has incredible body control, which allows him to make acrobatic catches in tight coverages. I mean, his ability to come down with the ball time and time again is remarkable. Hopkins' game is what it is today because he has a keen understanding of the game by reading defenses and adjusting his routes accordingly. This allows him to find open spaces in coverages and exploit defensive weaknesses. And we can't forget about his physicality and toughness. His strength and determination makes him a threat in both short and long passing situations. This man is not easily brought down by defenders. And by not bringing him down, he will most likely get you some yak. By the way, every video that you guys saw is a video of Shamar Bridges showing you guys that he carries the same exact skill sets that I'm telling you that DeAndre Hopkins carries. And with our great coaching staff, like our wide receiver coaches, like Greg Lewis, Keith Williams, sky is the limit for a Shamar Bridges. Having players next to you like a Rashad Bateman, OBJ, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews will only make his job a lot easier. Now, with all of that being said, I would not be mad at all if the Baltimore Ravens could somehow land on a DeAndre Hopkins. Even though it's not looking like that's in the card for us this season, I would be all for it if we were able to get him. I don't want you guys to misconstrue what I'm trying to say in this video. I'm not saying that the Baltimore Ravens should not pursue a DeAndre Hopkins. All I'm saying is that in case the Baltimore Ravens are not able to get a DeAndre Hopkins, that the flock should not panic. The flock should not get upset because we already have our own version of a DeAndre Hopkins at home. And of course, Shamar Bridges is not proven like a DeAndre Hopkins. But what better year to prove himself than this year? Because just take a look at the help he has around him, right? You don't know if the Ravens will repeat this wide receiver room again. Because bringing in OBJ, that may have been just a thing that they did to get Lamar Jackson to sign on the dotted line. I could be wrong, and I really hope that I am wrong. But this year is the perfect year for a player like Shamar Bridges to prove himself and to earn himself that spot to be Lamar Jackson outside guy, to be Lamar Jackson's guy that he throws that 50-50 ball. This year is the perfect year to prove himself. If he could manage to get healthy by the beginning of this season, I truly believe that Shamar Bridges could have a great season this coming season. And I honestly feel that he could earn his spot for many years to come on this team. And another thing, it is not that serious. Listen to me. It is not that serious. Before you guys get in the comment and start talking wild, it is not that serious. Listen to me. It's not that serious, all right? Don't get all personal. Don't try to insult people in the comments. Like, leave your opinion. That's fine. You don't have to agree with what I'm telling you guys. I want you guys to tell me your point of view on things. But there is no need to, attack anybody in the comments. There is no need to, get out of pocket with anybody. Keep it cool in the comments, all right? And we're not going to have any issues. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. Let me know down in the comment if you guys agree with me on the topic that Shamar Bridges can develop into being our version of a DeAndre Hopkins. Let me know down below what you guys think about that. And also make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Share this channel with a family or friend or just anybody who you may know that's a fan of the Baltimore Ravens. Yo, let them know what's the channel to come to if they want to get connected with the flock. And with that, I'm going to see you on the next one.